49ers Academy is different than other schools because we provide a really personalized environment. We become the extended family for a lot of these kids. We have smaller class size, one-on-one attention with the kids. We provide counseling, mentoring. We really look at the child's individual needs and then match the services to what they need as an individual.
We're probably the best kept secret, maybe not in the nation, but certainly in California.
I think they're doing something that's very positive in the community, and they're giving the kids that other schools are giving up on a second chance.
After 9/11, all of us witnessed such violence on TV that I had a hard time concentrating at work. Well, our kids every day witness that kind of violence in their community, so for you to tell, a child who's 10, 11, 12 years old that it's too late for them because they're having a hard time focusing on things in the classroom, well, what we do is really address those issues. Why? What's happening at home? What can we do to change that environment? Our whole philosophy here is programs don't change kids, relationships do.
And next, co-salutatorian Cedric Smith.
When he came to us a few years ago, definitely had behavioral problems, and in just 2 years he turned it around where now he's on our student council. He's one of the strong leaders of the school. He just got accepted to St. Francis High School, and he's just become just a darling young man, and I look forward to seeing what happens with his future.
When we do well in school, we get an opportunity to go to the 49ers practice. It made me feel good because I got picked several times last year and this year, so it made me feel like I'm standing on top of my work and doing good in class.
Being such a small school, you got along with everybody. I mean, you talked to all the teachers, and all the teachers were not just your teachers, they were your friends. It was like a big family.
She came to us in the 6th grade, and she had just moved here from Mexico, did not speak a word of English. She lived in the most dangerous part of East Palo Alto. She constantly had gunshots at night, people breaking into her apartment, just a really negative environment. Well, Miriam, in the 3 years she was here, went from speaking no English to graduating almost at the top of her class as salutatorian, and just one of the most remarkable young women I've ever met.
Well, the incentive for me to do well at school is my family. I want to do good so I can later on be able to support them financially and just be there for them through the good and the bad.
I really honestly believe we turned a lot of kids around, and just a few weeks ago I had a student come back in my life, Jose, who was near and dear to me when he was here, and I haven't seen him in years. And he had problems before he came here, but once he was here with the small individualized attention we gave him, he just turned it around, and he ended up being valedictorian and was just involved in so many different programs. And he showed up just a couple weeks ago to invite us to his college graduation, and that just really made my day.
When I first came to the school, 49er Academy, she received me with open arms, and I guess she saw some potential in myself that I didn't see in myself, and that always stayed in my head. So, I have to thank Ms. Sharkey a whole lot, because without her, I probably wouldn't be in the position I am right now.
They're gems ready to shine, and I try to let them know that as a principal, that's important to me, and that's what I want for them. But they know if they've done something wrong, boy, I'm like a pit bull on a pork chop.
It's all about building those one-on-one relationships with kids. We all embrace that philosophy, and everyone works to connect with a kid, because really it just takes one adult that can really change a child's life.
My grandpa passed away, and my dad had to go to Mexico, and that meant that we wouldn't have enough money to pay the rent because my mom only worked 4 hours. And I knew that they're always here for me, so I came down here, and Miss Sharkey, I asked her for a job or anything I can do, and she told me that how much money I needed, and then she just wrote a check for me so I could pay the rent on my house. And she was just always there for me.
I believe in what they're doing. That's why I'm here supporting, and I hope they continue to grow and excel and prosper.
Even though we've been here 10 years and have a lot of successes, every year we're just replenishing our supply of kids with kids that need us just as much as the first ones did.
There is hope for these kids out here. There is a future. All you have to do is really want it and just stay dedicated, stay focused.
We want our kids to create good habits, to develop new rituals that will create values which become assets for them, so they can go out in the community and be assets to the community and assets in life.
I haven't just learned here how to write an essay or how to add and subtract. I've also learned how to give back to my community, how to help out the people that have helped me get through my hard times are here, and that's why I keep coming back.